Hi, I'm Dabz, but you can call me Dabz. So today I'm reviewing the Masterminds Series by Gordon Korman. Before I start this book review, I just want to say that I started the Masterminds Series because a viewer called Mr. Moron 2.04 recommended that I read Masterminds number 1, and I really liked number 1, so I went on to read 2 and 3. This is 3. I only have 3 at the moment. And their trilogy. There's 3 books. They're all by Gordon Korman, and they are all really good. So yeah, let's start the book review. So, again, last thing that I want to say before I start this book review is this book review will have spoilers from book 1, 2, and possibly 3. So keep that in mind. If you are planning to read these books, then just remember that. So this is the story of Eli, Amber, Tori, Malik, and Hector. They lived in the perfect town, Serenity, New Mexico. But they found out that it wasn't so perfect after all. They found out that the only reason the town was a thing was because of an experiment called Project Osiris, which isn't even legal. And it wasn't even a real town. And the 5 kids escape Serenity, and they have to go out and live in the outside world, which they know nothing about. And in addition to that, they want to stop Project Osiris, even though they have to live in this world which they are completely unaware about. Now they want to stop something from happening so that they can save these other 6 kids. But how will they do that if no one will believe them? So I really enjoyed this book. It had lots of cliffhangers and plot twists, and it was very action filled and adventure filled. And the series itself, it had a couple flaws, like I said in the book review of the first book, which I did already, which obviously, so that is here or here. One of the two. In the book review of the first Masterminds, I said that in the parts that were action filled, it kind of went slower. But I noticed that in number 3 and number 2, the author kind of fixed that more. It felt more like action filled, if that makes sense. So so if there's number 1, number 2, and number 3, the books 2 and 3, the actual writing, the physical writing of the piece was better than number 1. But number 1 and 3, the storyline and how the plot goes was better than number 2. So my favorite books in the series were 1 and 3. The second one was really good too. It's just that I thought the stories of number 1 and 3 were just they just kind of topped it off for me. And I love the idea of they have to live in a world which they don't know anything about, and it kind of seemed like they were in a different planet, even though they weren't. It felt like that from the way the author described it. And the story and the idea of cloning people from criminals and seeing how well they would do in a perfect town, it was so interesting to me because I wonder how the author Gordon Korman, I wonder how he thought of that idea. And I just really liked that story plot. I also felt this book came in the perspectives of all 5 of the people. I felt like it was kind of based around Eli. I don't know if that was just me. But I felt like I was really in the book. I felt like I was seeing it from Eli and his friend's eyes, the way the author described described everything. Like, it was very like descriptive, and I could really like feel it and stuff. The last thing I want to talk about is the ending of this series. The end of the series was very like satisfying. It was like happy ending kind of. It was very open though. It's like this happened, that's it. But like what could happen after that? It wasn't like a cliffhanger, it was an open ending. So like if it was a cliffhanger, it would be more like excitedly, I want to read the next book to find out what happens next, even if there is no next book. But if it's like an open ending, like I said, it's more like I wonder what'll happen, but it doesn't like matter too much. Like I'm not anticipating for a second next book. I kind of think of what might happen in my head, things like that. So I don't know if that explained it well, but I hope it did. So that'll be the end of my series review. If you like this video, please like this video, and while you're down there, please subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know how Jesse the Reader talks so much.